my friends. How are you today? Aaron here bringing your daily horoscope for Monday, the 11th of January, 2021. We've got the moon entering the sign of Capricorn. All right, the moon in Capricorn. The moon is fall, all right, because the moon is home in Cancer, which is the feel-goods, home, all right, family, mom and pop shops, Main Street, little businesses, small startup companies. And then we've got Capricorn, the government, big business, Wall Street, right? This is big time. There's no crying in baseball. It's down to business. This is our emotional needs, the moon, right? Saying to get down to business. Our emotional moon is going to conjunct Venus today, okay? And Venus is, of course, what we love, want, and desire in life. This deals with material possessions. This deals with our goods as well as the people in our life that we value and the people in life that we value in a position of authority. Okay, interesting, right? Interesting times. And at the same time this is happening, we have Mercury conjunct Jupiter happening over in Aquarius. Let me show you the chart because there's this, how this all connects is, of course, very interesting, very fun, very fascinating. All right, so here's our moon and Venus, okay? What we love, what we need, what we value. Creating a trine down here to Mars, actively moving forward, and conjunct Uranus, okay? Venus's home sign here is Taurus. This is what we value. This is things, traditions, okay? And this is a need and understanding what we value and absolutely changing, okay? This is forward momentum, creating change and disruption in traditional values, okay? And the government as is, okay? Uranus is the radical planet, all right? And we have Saturn also creating this square here to Mars, squaring Uranus, okay? Mercury and Jupiter both squaring Mars and Uranus. This is disruption. This is chaotic energy, okay? This is the community, the people, revolting against the traditional government. We do not value what is going on right now, okay? We do not value these people in the positions of authority. So the people are going to create change. The people are going to actively move forward into creating the necessary change in whatever we need to create the future that we're after. Okay? And this comes with revolt. This comes with, destruction. Pluto's in Capricorn right now. The sun is only 3 degrees away from Pluto, which is about destruction and rebirth. Okay, the sun is our physical body. We're moving into this. So we need physical change, not only in the government, not only in the governments around the world, here in the United States. Obviously, there's a lot going on, but it's just like we do not necessarily. It's absolutely fascinating, to talk about this, what's happening for a moment in terms of human rights and individual rights. Okay, there are plenty of people that think that they would rather live in a sense of freedom and risk their health, risk dying over their independent individual freedom versus being controlled or ruled or oppressed by an authoritative figure. Okay, and this is part of a sovereign right of being born as an individual. And then we have the world was created. The world was created. The world has had its concepts and ideas before we entered into it. Then the world impresses on us its views, its idea of who we should be. And again, we're at this great change in time right now where it's like we as the people, we're vibrating at a higher frequency than that of which the world that we were born into has to offer. Okay? So this vibration that we create, these high vibrational people that we are disrupting the flow of the old tradition. And that creates, that's the earthquake. That's Uranus's job right now, is to shake things up. Okay? It can't stabilize to take, that vibration so fast. It can't stabilize to take over it. Okay, so this is the buzz of community, the buzz of humanity, the buzz of our word of mouth right now, the buzz, the energy of us moving forward, connecting with that Uranian energy and creating a disruption in the traditional values because we do not value these traditions anymore. So we're going to be seeing a lot of this continue this week, okay, as people are not pleased with the authorities. We're not pleased with how we're being governed. We might not be pleased with how we're governing ourselves on a daily basis, okay? So with the sun so closely conjunct with, if let's forget about like the outside government for a moment and we focus internally, this is like our sun's moving closer and closer to here to transformative Pluto. And with our emotional need and Venus is what we value, saying we must value our own discipline, our own structure for our sake, for ourselves, regardless of the world around us. We must find our own peace. We must find our own balance in this dynamics, and nonetheless, even if this is still completely independent and personal transformation, we're still actively moving forward toward disruption. Uranus is the planet of releasing energy. Okay. It's going to disrupt things. So we ourselves are going to experience, whether it's today or later this week or whenever, during this transiting time, a huge shift that's disruptive to what we're traditionally used to, okay? And that will feel uncomfortable. This is bringing new change, and this is part of, this beauty as well that we've been talking about here with Chiron, creating the quintiles here to the sun and the North Node, going our own way, seeking our own truth, because there's a healing involved in this. It's scary to step out in that unknown, but when we value ourselves and when we don't value maybe the lifestyle we've been living or how the government's been governing itself, we step up and do something different. And the beauty of this as well, Mercury conjunct Jupiter, this is saying, more people, more communication, more abundantly getting together within groups to create change in the world. This Mercury is going to retrograde here in a couple weeks, so we get this conjunction happening 3 times this year. Okay, so this is the first of 3, so kind of pay attention to what's happening today and this week, because this energy will be revisited, and it'll be revisited almost with a little bit more emphasis as the sun's going to enter Aquarius and Mars is going to get closer over there to Uranus. So it's like we're moving toward the tornado, we're moving toward the eye of the hurricane, and what comes out of that, there's a kind of a mystery, but we know that, this tower has to topple over. Okay, we have to create this disruptive change. As hard or difficult as it may be, there will be a healing process that goes along with it. Okay, so whatever change that we're going through, my friends, whether it's personal, internal, or external, it's dealing with our work environment, whatever it may be, it might be difficult. But there's always, it's like there's always so much, more prosperity when we get through those difficult things or the difficult times, and we stick to committing to ourselves. Because why do we do this? Because we love ourselves. Why do we do this? Because we love ourselves, right? So if we keep that in our minds, we're going through this change. We're letting go of certain things of our past. We're purposely creating disruption in our lives because we value ourselves and we value this world and humanity, and we see a greater picture, a greater, for this greater good that we're moving toward. Got to break a couple eggs here to make this omelet. It's a big omelet we're making this year, my friends. Have a beautiful Monday. As always, I love you. I wish you enough. Have a great start to your week. We'll see you tomorrow.